Well, guys, this is it. Roma's chance to progress into the semifinals of the Europa League. Can they do it down a goal at home? There's going to be 67,000 fans there. Let's look at some comments from Jose Mourinho, probable formations, and other things that are going on with this game. Let's break it down. So this Feyenoord team is a bit contradictory, and what I mean by that is, yes, they just won again over the weekend. That's 9 league games that they've won in a row in the Eredivisie. They're leading it by 8 points over Ajax, but you know what? They've also lost their last 5 away games in European competition. You don't know what you're totally going to get, especially when it comes to playing at a stadium like the Stadio Olimpico. You're in front of a roaring Curva Sud, and it's going to be such a hot atmosphere that I really want Roma's quality to shine in this one. Jimenez and Szymanski, who was a problem for Roma last match, they were the people who were on target as well as an own goal. And let's also look at this starting lineup. It's Patricio, Mancini, Smalling, Ibanez, Zalewski, Matic, Wijnaldum, Spinazzola. No surprises there. However, maybe that Wijnaldum will be starting in the center midfield role. Will it be Ibanez or perhaps Llorente? That could be another question mark. And then up top, Pellegrini, Abraham, and will it be Dybala? Jose Mourinho will talk a little bit about that as we keep going on in this episode. Feyenoord, Bilov, Geertruida, is it Bilo as I was corrected on YouTube. Trauner, Hanko, Hartmann for the back four of Arne Slot's defense. And then Koku, the captain, young Turkish center midfielder regista. Weifer, who scored against Roma in the first leg. Szymanski, and then up ahead you've got Jahan Baksh, and then Jimenez and Idrissi. This is the predicted one here. And Idrissi had a really good game, I thought, in the first leg here. Brian Cristante spoke to the media earlier today, and you know what? He walked in looking like Rocky Balboa, just won the title. I mean, this guy was so beat up from the last match over the weekend. A true warrior, Cristante has emerged as this season, and he said, I Friedkin stanno creando un grande club. They're making a great club and are doing great things. They've even taken a great manager and one of the most important in Europe. And, you know, one thing that I felt when Cristante was speaking is he just looked mature and kind of like a leader in this team. And I think if I had said 2 to 3 years ago Cristante would emerge as a leader in this club, people would be like, that's insane. Yet the fact is so. And when I see him speak and the way that he's played in the past, I would say 8-9 months, it's like a guy that's really grown, and it shows why he's been an important player for every coach that has come and gone, even way back at Atalanta. Now, with Mourinho, he had a lot to say, and I want to get to that. The most important thing, though, and this quote I really loved, he says, tomorrow I want to have 60,000 players. Spectators is one thing. Spectator players is another. I await people who want to play the match with us. He's getting the crowd into it. He's like, let's go. This is it. Come to the Stadio Olimpico. Bring your A game because we are on the pitch. And this makes me really excited as a fan. But in the complete interview, he spoke to DAZN as well as Sky. And he said, we're a defensive team, yet we've hit the post 27 times. It's a bit contradictory. We haven't been unlucky. We have to be better. I love this here. I'll explain why. Let me get through the paragraph. He says, we haven't been unlucky. We have to be better. We can't talk about the posts or the opposing goalkeepers, but it's our efficiency that needs to improve. It means that we create, and this is important. Tomorrow we need to score instead of hitting the post and causing worry. That will give me the opposite feeling. We are capable of creating. I love when people do not say, oh, we were unlucky. We were lucky. There's that. No. You know what luck is? It's a combination of hard work. And sometimes if you want to get hit by luck, you got to be standing in the middle of the street. And that's one of the most important things I've learned in life. He continues. He says, I don't know if Dybala can play from the first minute. You saw the warm-up drills. Then we did tactics with low intensity and then decided to give Paulo another 24 hours before understanding if he can play. Tomorrow morning, we'll do some intensive play to know if he can play or will be on the bench. I don't think this is Mourinho mind games. I think he's being truthful here. This will be something that's a game time decision. Speaking about Abraham is seeming continually happier and positive in the group. I always find him well also when he plays better or worse. From a social perspective, he's always doing well. It's very important to count on subs, he says. Llorente and Bove need to grow. Eduardo, because he's young and has started 3 or 4 matches this season, and every match he looks more a player to me, even if he messes up every now and then. Thinking back to the causing part of the sequence of the handball earlier this week. And Llorente has experience at a high level and needed time to learn to play with us. He has quality, but when he arrived, our play was strange for him. Now he has stability and is perfectly integrated. There's also others and many matches. It's impossible to always play with the same players. He says, to continue to end this interview, he says, we need to score 2 goals. It makes no sense to discuss Salzburg or the past. I just know we need to score 2 against Feyenoord. It doesn't matter if it's at the beginning or in extra time. What I know is that we have a trustworthy group and a stadium that wants a match. They don't want to be there just to clap or wave a flag. They want to create a match. They've already played other matches with us. I trust in my players and my stadium. What I found interesting in this last paragraph here is when he says it doesn't matter if it's at the beginning or in extra time. To me, it's like he's instilling a calm and almost a confidence in like, don't worry. We don't got to go out there the first 15 minutes, blaze the gates, knock down all the houses. Play your game. Be smart. The game will come to you and you have to react. And I wasn't like a Mourinho lover, when he was signed. When Jose was signed, my initial reaction was kind of like shock. I was like, it felt big, and it's hard to fully explain, but it felt like a big thing, like something drastic is happening to the club for better or worse. And what I've learned to him over the past 2 seasons is he's a winner, and his mentality is second to none. And I think that he doesn't make excuses. At times, he should take accountability, perhaps in the past when things haven't gone his way. But I like the way that he's able to get around that and say, no, it's just hard work. We have to keep working. No, it hasn't been enough. No, we have to get back to the drawing board and fix a few things. No, I need this and I need that. And he's right because he knows what it takes to get to the next step. And I know at times his way of football can be frustrating for fans because it's defensive. It's the opposite of a manager like Rudy Garcia, who played such fast-flowing free football, or even Spalletti during his tenures in Rome. And I get that. But one thing that I really feel Jose is changing is the mentality of this club. All right, let's move on now to the Feyenoord fans. They're already in Rome, and what I do not like is I don't want to see a repeat of what happened in 2015. Check this out here at the Fontana di Barcaccia. This fountain is historic, completed in 1629 by you know who? Bernini, the famous Roman sculptor. And what did the fans do? They trashed it, threw garbage all around, sitting on it. This is a piece of cultural heritage. Get off that, dude. Like, they should have been arrested on the spot. And it wasn't even completed by him. It was completed by his son a year later after he died. Like, I don't like seeing it at all. I just hope that the police are able to control it and the Feyenoord fans have come with a bit more respect this time. If you're in the area, if you're in my area, Jersey, New York, head on to Roma Club New York as well. It should be a really good crowd, as you can see in the banner here, and they're on social media and always active. Looking at the stadium here, there's a new CEO in Rome, Suluku, and she was met regarding the stadium. And this is a really good thing because one thing that we see from there is that talks are progressing. And as you can see in this images here, what it says is that there's discussions for the parking. So they're like, it seems to me like they're getting down to finer details. And when it's like an issue of, how much parking is there going to be? Is it going to be, 100 spots or 200 spots, for example? That's a much different conversation of, are we going to have skyscrapers and all these other things, which was originally proposed during Pallotta's ownership. So that, to me, I'm starting to feel positive in like a lot less anxiety the way that I did about the previous stadium proposal. And I think the Friedkins are doing a great job with this one. Gini Wijnaldum, this is an interesting game for him, guys. Began his professional career with Feyenoord, scored 25 goals in 135 appearances for the Rotterdam club between 2007 and 2011. That's just a little Easter egg here and something that I thought which was pretty cool. Let's see what Roma do. I'm hoping for the best. I know you are too, of course, and it's going to take something deep. Right now, Inter and Milan progress in the Champions League. They're going to have tired legs too. How will that affect the top 4 standings? But you know what? I do feel Roma gets the win. The bookmakers do too, as I saw that earlier. And it's going to take something strong from these players. It's going to, you got to do the Romantada, the comeback, right? That Roma at times has been famous for in European football. Let me know what you think. Put a comment, put a like there. Let me know how you think this match is going to go, what you think the probable lineup or starting lineup should be, what you think about Mourinho's comments and everything else, and even Brian Cristante's new boxer, Rocky Balboa personality. Talk to you guys soon after the match. Ciao.